Welcome to Wondering Wednesday. Wondering on Wednesday.
That's right. It is your favorite hosts, Mary Ellen and Joe, and we are so excited to answer questions for you on Wednesdays.
You can send us all of your burning points and miles questions, whether it's 101, 201, questions about a specific trip itinerary. We're going to pick one each week and feature it on the show in a little tiny bite-sized episode.
You can send your questions to Mary Ellen and Joe at wonderlandonpoints.com. You can DM us. You can send them to us through the Facebook group. We want to hear from you.
So let's dive in.
Let's go. All right, Wondering Wednesday. We have a good one today. When you are joining Points and Miles Facebook groups, you're following people on Instagram, you're in that Points and Miles world and community, and you see people writing all kinds of foreign letters, acronyms that you have no idea what are they talking about. Today, we're going to dig into it. Okay, first one, Joe. Capital S-U-B, sub. What is the acronym sub?
Yeah. I remember being so overwhelmed and confused, and you feel really silly being a newbie in those groups, being like, I'm sorry, can you please explain to me what this means? I ended up Googling stuff myself, but I think it's going to be so much easier for you guys if we break down kind of the big ones here. Certainly there's more that you're going to see, but we're going to do the main ones that you're going to see pop up over and over. And sub is my favorite because sub stands for sign up bonus. And really, isn't that why we all do this?
Ooh, praise.
Hallelujah.
Love a sub. Hallelujah.
Yes.
It's the only kind of sub I like. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not a sub person when it comes to food, but I love a credit card sub.
Okay. See, I do love a sub. Give me a good sub sandwich any day. In fact, I think I might use my Amex Gold credits to get a sub sandwich for lunch today. That sounds delicious.
Do it, girl.
Yeah. Anyways, side note. So let's break down really quickly what a sub is, and then we'll go into the rest of the acronyms. You guys, if you are new to this and you're like, why should I be doing points and miles? What is even the point? A sign-up bonus is when a credit card company incentivizes you to sign up for their card and spend a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time, and they give you way more value for that than if you were just traditionally spending on any kind of an earning credit card. Let me give you an example. So in a typical scenario with a 1% earning card, which is very easy to find, you get 1 point for every dollar spent. So just to give you an example, to earn 60,000 points on a particular card, you, in a traditional circumstance, would have to spend $60,000. Most of us are not doing that in a year, or really, I don't know, any time. I definitely don't think we spend $60,000 a year. I don't know, I could be wrong. When you sign up for a new credit card, let's just say the Chase Sapphire Preferred and their most recent sub sign-up bonus, they say you spend $4,000 in 3 months, and we will give you 60,000 points. Guys, for only $4,000 of spend. Yeah, because traditionally that would give you 4,000 points, not 60,000 points. And you know what those 60,000 points can do for you? They can take you places. You can transfer them. And we will have more bite-sized episodes talking about the transfers that are possible. But just know that with that particular card and that particular sign-up bonus, you can go on all kinds of different airlines and stay at all kinds of different hotels covered on points, and they can go far if you do it right. So that is what a sign-up bonus is. It's why we're into this whole thing in the first place, and that is the meaning of the acronym SUB. And now we're going to just kind of go down the list in a quick, like lightning round style with brief little explanations. Mary Ellen, your turn to do P1 and P2.
I love this one. We're video game family. P1 is player 1 and player 2 is P2. What this means is if you have a partner that you can work together, opening credit cards and earning sign-up bonuses, taking turns, and maybe it's a travel partner, somebody that you love to travel with, a best friend, a spouse. That's when you see people write about player 1's going to open this card, and then we're going to refer player 2 to open the same card. That way, player 1, P1, earns a referral bonus, and P2 earns the sign-up bonus, and that's a great way to work together to earn a lot of points. So you will see a lot of mentioning of P1 and P2. Okay, Joe, what is AF? And it is not what your middle schooler thinks it is.
It certainly is not. It certainly is not. AF stands for annual fee, and we have already covered that in a Wednesday Wonder episode, talking all about why you shouldn't be scared of annual fees. So be sure to go back and listen to that one if you haven't already. Okay, moving on. AU.
That's an authorized user, and it's also something you probably shouldn't have on your card. Depending on the situation, when you sign up for a brand new credit card, it's very tempting to make your player 2 an AU, an authorized user. But we will talk more in the future about why you should think twice before you add an AU. All right, Joe, what is CPP?
CPP is for those mathy people out there. That is your cents per point, and it requires a little bit of calculation when you are redeeming points for travel to figure out the value that you're getting for those points. So people will do a calculation to figure out their cents per point, and that really tells you how far you're able to stretch those points. Okay, moving on. One of my personal favorites of all time, CSP.
CSP means Chase Sapphire Preferred. This is the credit card that a lot of people will tell you is a great beginner credit card. Why do people say CSP? Because there's all of these rules from Chase saying that you can't say the name Chase on Instagram or in Facebook groups if you are an affiliate for them, which a lot of people in the points and miles space are affiliates, so they can't say Chase. So you will see often the abbreviation CSP.
And you will also see phrases like my favorite bank, my favorite points, Blue Bank, Paw Patrol Bank. If you see any of these along with CSP, you can know people are referring to Chase.
The next one is HUCA, HUCA.
I think it said hookah. I've heard it said
Hookah?
out loud before.
Hookah makes me think of a hookah bar,
I
but
know.
and like a OO, but sometimes you'll see in a points and miles group HUCA. What does that mean, Joe?
That means hang up and call again, because no does not always mean no in points and miles. There will be times where you might get a denial and you're trying to get it reversed, and you might need to call. And this will tie into our next one, which you'll explain in a minute. But when you have to call this specific line, you might talk to somebody who says, nope, sorry, you're still denied. That does not mean you are still denied. People have a lot of success with hookah, hang up and call again, because depending on who you're talking to, you may actually be able to get a denial overturned. So never just go with the first no that you get. Keep persisting and hookah.
And the person that you might be calling, if you need to hang up and call again, is the recon line, which stands for reconsideration line. Sometimes we see people say, giving advice, and they say, oh, call recon. And you think, oh, we're going to do some recon? Let's put on some black. I'm imagining us like sneaking through the night, doing some recon or Facebook recon, when you're doing some scrolling or you're doing some deep searching for something juicy. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit of Facebook recon. That's not what we mean in the points and miles world. We mean calling the reconsideration line. Perhaps you got denied for a card. You don't think that their reasoning was accurate, or you think you should be approved. You can call recon. And the reason you call recon is because you want to get that sub and you want to earn UR or MR. What are UR and MR?
Yes. So UR stands for Ultimate Rewards. That is Chase's brand of transferable rewards points. And MR is Membership Rewards. And those are Amex's brand of transferable points. And we love them both.
Oh, big hearts all
Okay.
around for UR and MR.
For
MR
sure.
ducks. Are you Southern? That's just a Southern thing. When I see
It's not.
MR ducks.
I don't know what you're talking about. It goes right straight over my
All
head.
right, that's only for the Southern folk out there.
Okay, well, I hope that made some people happy and they knew what you were talking about. Us Midwesterners are going to be like, huh? Okay, we saved the best for last, and that is my absolute favorite WOH. Whoa! I've never actually tried to say that as a word before, but I think it fits.
The cheerleading coach in me wants to just do a cheer. WOH. World of Hyatt. Our
Woo!
favorite. Woo! We love to transfer those Chase UR Ultimate Rewards points to World of Hyatts for free night stays, baby.
Absolutely. It is the best. We have more deep dives on that as well. Feel free to check them out. And this is what we were wondering about today. We'll see you next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this show today, please consider writing us a review or clicking 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. And please subscribe and follow along so that you never miss an episode.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram or YouTube at Wonderland on Points Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Family Travel for the Win with the number 4.
And you can find me on Instagram at Points to Wonderland.
If you're thinking about getting a new travel rewards credit card, consider using the links in our show notes. Using our links helps to support us and keep our podcast going, so we can provide you with all the latest tips and tricks when it comes to traveling on points.
And if you aren't sure which card is right for you, shoot us an email at wonderlandonpoints@gmail.com, and we would be happy to walk you through a free card consultation. That's also a great place to send us all of your comments and questions. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you here next time.